We all know that when a disaster happens, there's so many things you have to think about, and it's overwhelming because you're just so mad, first of all, and you're like, what am I going to do? Well, all you have to do is call ARS because you take care of everything.
Yeah, we do. We, from just, something as small as just cleaning carpets when a pet makes a mistake on their carpet or kids knock something over, to massive fires. We handle it all, from little small jobs to the great big, commercial type fires.
Well, you can compare it to a medical emergency. When you have something, a problem, you call for medical help right now. Same thing, and it just eases your mind when you've got these disasters. It's horrible, and so that comfort level is huge when ARS comes out.
It is. That's what we try and do. Is we have a very good staff that's going to come out, and that's what we try and do, is put people's, kind of their, just restore mostly their peace of mind when we show up, is let them know. Most people, they feel it's much worse than it is, because people's basements don't flood every day. Your house doesn't burn down every day. So when it does happen, it's massive, and especially a house fire, it's probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to that person before. So we try and show a lot of empathy. We understand a little bit about what they're going through. A lot of our employees have had house fires, flooded basements and things. We kind of understand those, but we also know that we can fix almost anything.
Well, and you do that. In fact, recently you did flood your own home and gone through that whole process yourself on purpose to prove that you could see the results and that you have confidence in yourself. And beyond flooding, mold is a huge issue, antibacterial things. This is treating that problem right there?
This right here is an antimicrobial that we spray down. It's a special chemical that we use that can kind of help fight the bacteria that can grow from the floods, stagnant water, and even though it starts clean, by the time it's gone through your dirty carpets and things like that, the water's, is not clean at all anymore. And so the antimicrobials take care of that. Also, we have, the air, what they usually call air scrubbers. What they do is they purify the air. So as the carpet starts to dry, all the dust and dirt in your carpet's going airborne. And so we have equipment like this to pull that dust and debris out of the air, and also help get some of the humidity out of the air. And also, like this is our dehumidifier. It's a large dehumidifier, and that will pull unbelievable amounts of water, gallons and gallons of water out of the air every day, and along, in conjunction with the fans that are circulating the air. And it's also kind of a technique you need to how you set up the fans. If they're blowing against each other, they're not working as well, so you have to set up kind of a specialized technique to help drying the house a lot more quickly and efficiently. And also make sure you're drying areas people don't think about, underneath walls, inside walls, your drywall, your trim. You need to be aware of a lot of those things that most people don't think of. They mostly think of their carpet.
Well, and those are things that why you don't want to do this yourself. Now, this is a unique item here. What is that?
That is wood floor drying equipment. What that does is it creates kind of by pushing and pulling air, really, really dry air. It helps pull the moisture out of the wood so that the wood can dry. And that's a special technique too. If you dry wood too fast, it will crack. You have to try and dry it in the right amount of time and monitor it so that you know what you're doing. And we can most of the time save hardwood floors, which most people find fascinating, because usually when your floor is wet, you think it's toast.
Exactly, because if it absorbs too much, it's going to warp. And like you said, if it dries too fast, you're going to have the cracks. Well, those several things you just mentioned and showed right there, those are huge reasons to call ARS, because I think if you think about a flood, all I have to do is lift my carpet, pull out the pad, and put a fan in there.
That's what a lot of people feel, and a lot of times that is all you need to do. And we also help people. They can call us anytime. A lot of times we just help people on the phone. Nice. Recently, the whole water table rose, and there was massive, we have probably over 100 phone calls within 2 days. And so a lot of times we just educate people and help them on the smaller stuff, let them know how to do it. And then hopefully when they have something bigger or if they want us to come out, we'll always do that.
Well, and I did find it interesting about the humidity in the air, that there's actually gallons of water floating around after a flood up here that you can pull out and suck out.
Yeah, even though Utah is so dry, it helps us to be able to dry houses quicker. But at the same time, when you have all that water in your house, there's a lot of humidity, and the fans alone on a big flood aren't enough to get rid of that humidity fast enough. So the dehumidifiers are essential to pull that moisture out of the air.
Which is so important to keep that mold problem down, because that's a scary thing that we hear about monthly. You hear somebody with the mold issues and they're having to tear out their sheetrock.
Yeah, mold, it scares a lot of people, you know, and there is bad mold, you know, but it's pretty rare. The only way you're going to get it is if you don't handle something properly, you let something sit, you continually let a water leak happen, or you have a flooded basement that you don't take care of, then you can create some mold that would cause some, you know, allergy problems, some health problems with your family.
Well, thanks for the information, because these are things that we don't want to have happen to us, but when an accident or a disaster does happen, it's nice to know that ARS is there to help us through it, from the tear out to the cleanup and you've got such a great team, a good crew that comes out and takes care of the things for us.
We do. We're really lucky. We have an unbelievable team, and we get comments on it all the time. We get comment cards back from customers all the time about how great our crew is, and we take a lot of pride in our crew, and they take a lot of pride in what they do. We're lucky to have them.
Well, that's ARS for you. What's your phone number and where are you located?
We're located in North Logan, right on Main Street at 3120 North Main, and our phone number is 753-9600.
You can't miss your great big disaster trucks rolling around taking care of us here in the valley. Thanks so much, Judd.
Thank you.